On today's show, I have Lori Thicke, co-founder of a translation company called LexWorks and a wonderful nonprofit organization called Translators Without Borders.
Hi, Lori.
Thanks a lot, Gabrielle.
We are in her Paris office right now, and she's going to soon be opening in Vancouver as well, correct?
That's right. That's right.
So can you tell us a little bit about both of your organizations?
Okay. Well, I started off with a translation company called Lexcelera, and we were just a normal translation company for years. And then in 1993, Doctors Without Borders, who's our neighbor, actually asked us for a paid translation. They asked us for a quote on a translation project, and I guess I'd spent my whole life almost giving. I meant to work on a crisis line, and I never got around to it. I meant to be a big sister, and I never got around to it, and I was going to read books for the blind. I was always too busy. So when Doctors Without Borders asked us to quote on a translation project, I said to myself, if we did it for free, maybe it would be like a donation to their work. So that's what we did. We started doing the translations pro bono for Doctors Without Borders, known here as Médecins Sans Frontières, and other nonprofits or NGOs like Action Against Hunger, UNICEF, Handicap International, Oxfam. So we support the work of NGOs with free translations.
Oh.
And those translations let them communicate with their field staff, who might be from different countries. You might have an Afghani doctor working in Haiti, so that they need to have their training manuals and their protocols translated. We help them raise money.
Wow.
We have an NGO, for example, who we did a French and a Spanish website for them so they could track how much money we helped them raise. And we helped them raise $600,000 last year.
Wow.
That they used in micro-lending programs.
Oh, wonderful.
So changed a lot of lives. And so we also now, so fast forward from 1993 to now, we're now an American NGO, an American nonprofit.
Translators Without Borders is.
Yes,
Correct.
Translators Without Borders is now an American nonprofit, and in the last year we've donated almost $1 million worth of free translations.
Wow. Okay, so it's not necessarily taking field people and placing them in countries that are needed.
No, it's not based on interpreting, which is spoken translation. It's based on written translation. And we have a wide variety of projects that we use. For example, I mentioned how we support fundraising, but we also have some other projects that go direct to the people. For example, in Africa, we did a study and we found that people in Africa have virtually zero access to knowledge because it's not in their language. It would be like our only access about healthcare was in Russian. It's such a big problem. So after we did the study, we started looking at ways that we might contribute to solving this problem. So what we've done is we started up a group of translators in Nairobi. So they're local people. We've brought them together, we've trained them, and now they're working on a mobile app for training healthcare workers in Swahili, so that the healthcare workers, who tend not to be highly educated, unfortunately, they can actually be trained in their own language. And we're working on that for a mobile app.
Nice. Very wonderful. Alrighty. I'm sure there's thousands of questions out there for you, but we're going to make this brief. So very quickly, can you tell us why you're no ordinary woman?
Well, first of all, nobody is an ordinary woman. There's no such thing as an ordinary woman.
Exactly.
And second of all, me maybe even less so, because I've noticed as time has gone on that in a way I'm a type. I'm like many entrepreneurial women. We're like this type. And we have all the personality characteristics in common. For example, I saw a study that 100% of entrepreneurs are positive and optimistic. It's like it's so funny. It really is like this personality type. And to be an entrepreneur, for example, you have to be an optimist. You have. And I had no working papers, and so many people said,